everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hello, and welcome to Live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens.
Andy Lefkowitz.
It's March 21st.
It is. Oh, my gosh.
And we have an amazing guest. We have Eric Petersen from School of Rock. Oh, my God. Yes. I know you're excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to stick it to the man. Are you ready to stick it to the man?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
So we have a rock star, basically. But first, we're going to do the news.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Andy before, Andy is our news editor, and he's awesome. So welcome, Andy.
Hey, guys. I'm so glad to be here. So we have some pretty big news today. We got more information about the Mean Girls musical.
I made Andy watch the Mean Girls.
I watched it on Friday night.
Because everyone has to.
Yeah. First time. Incredible.
So now he knows. Now he's in the know.
I'm totally in the know.
Okay, so what's going on with
So
Mean Girls?
here's what's going on. Mean Girls is premiering at the National Theater in D.C. It's
and
running
there are dates.
Dates, ready? From October 31st, Halloween, it's kicking off and running through December 3rd, prior to a Broadway run.
Definitely gonna have. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So, Tina Fey wrote it.
Yep.
Her husband Jeff Richmond did the music.
Nice.
Nell Benjamin,
Who wrote Legally
who
Blonde.
wrote Legally Blonde, did the lyrics. So I mean,
Amazing.
we're fine.
Yeah,
we're
in good shape
We're
here.
good.
We don't have casting yet, but fingers crossed.
We have dream casting though.
We do have dream casting.
Everyone has
We
their
do.
own dream cast. You can just tell
Yeah.
us yours later.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Well, The Fantastics, one of the longest off-Broadway musicals, is closing, they announced today. It's closing on June 4th.
Eric's having a little heart attack. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, it's
So
heartbreaking.
Fantastics has been running for how many years?
Okay, so Fantastics opened in 1960 at the Sullivan Street Theater.
How old were you in 1960?
Negative
how
I was
much?
a fetus. I was a fetus.
You weren't born yet.
I was not born.
No,
I was
it's okay.
not.
It's okay.
But it opened in 1960 there,
amazing.
and then in 2002 it closed. But 4 years later, 2006, it opened at the Snapple Theater Center, which is now called
Right around
the
the
Theater
corner.
Center. Yeah, right around the corner, and it's been running since then. So it's pretty remarkable, and kind of sad that it's closing.
Try to remember. All right, I'm not gonna sing.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it alone.
What a bummer.
But yeah, you know, the Fantastics, it's an institution. Maybe it'll come in at the last minute. I mean, that's what kept on happening at Sullivan Street is that they would announce a closing and then not close.
Yeah, I think
So,
this is
it's possible.
the second closing that's been announced at this theater, actually. So
So maybe if you all decide to go see the Fantastics, it'll keep running.
come on, guys.
But no pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
So last night on James Corden's show, Ben Platt, who's in Dear Evan Hansen, and
course.
Tim Minchin, who wrote Matilda and also
Groundhog
wrote
Day.
Groundhog Day, they teamed up for a little skit called Donald Trump the Musical. And it was pretty remarkable, and you can view it on our website. Definitely worth checking out.
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
So Sarah Ruhl's new play, How to Transcend a Happy Marriage.
I saw that. Did you
Did
see
you?
it?
I did not see it yet.
If you like sex orgies, this is free, and like middle-aged breakdowns of some sort. But Marissa Tomei, Oscar winner, is fantastic in it, and Tony winner Lena Hall plays a wild child, and she sings a little. She finds a dirtier version of a children's song, and I'll leave it at that.
That opened
Have I sold the show or what? Oh my God.
I'm
Anyway, it
totally
opened last
sold.
night.
Opened last night, and we have photos on our site that you guys can look at. Check
Great
it out.
cast. Fantastic
Gorgeous
cast.
cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stars of Aladdin and Wicked and Samantha Michelle from Fiddler got together and did this incredible video mashup of Dear Evan Hansen, Next to Normal, Rent, and Vanessa Carlton's song 1,000 Miles.
I think you have to see it because what you just
Yeah.
described is not
Is
comprehensible.
that
That doesn't make any sense at all.
But it's this really, it kind of starts off with Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen and kind of blends into other songs from these musicals. It's definitely worth
It's like a
checking out.
master mashup.
It really is, yeah.
That's cool.
I was pretty taken by it.
So we have some casting news.
We sure do. So Suzanne Laurie Parks has this play that she wrote that's being revived by Signature Theater Company called Venus. And it's going to star John Ellison Conley, who we all
Everybody
love
loves.
from Full Monty.
Sure. And a
from
million plays.
A million other plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zainab Jah, who was in Eclipsed last season.
We did a fresh face on
Yeah.
her. You can check that out.
Incredible. And Hannah Cabell, who was in The Father last season.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Grounded off Broadway. And Kevin Mambo, who we love from Fela
Oh, yeah.
and Ruined, he's going to be in it as well. So it's actually based on a true story of a woman who became a star on the London freak show circuit.
Ooh.
I know, right?
That sounds theatrical.
So it sounds pretty theatrical.
Plus, Susan Lloyd Parks is a Pulitzer winner from Top Dog Underdog.
She sure is.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so Phantom of the Opera has a new role. Direct from Aladdin, Rodney Ingram joined the company last night.
He's
and
easy on the eyes.
He's pretty handsome. He is pretty handsome. So we got some great curtain call pics of him from last night that should definitely be looked at by you guys.
Check it out.
Yeah, new role, guys.
New
Come
role.
on. So Jake Gyllenhaal, who is on Broadway making his Broadway musical debut right now on Sunday in the Park with George.
Really? I
Yeah,
had no idea.
who had
What?
any idea? Can you believe it? I know. Anyway, he was on Jimmy Fallon last night, and he sang a little bit of the score, and
A little taste?
a little bit of a taste, yeah. So that's definitely worth a watch.
Of course. It's
He's
Jake
also pretty
Gyllenhaal.
easy on the eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I
Who
hadn't
would've-
heard that.
Who would have
How
known?
weird.
I know. Some other exciting news. Michael Urie, whom we all adore, is going to be appearing in a play called The Government Inspector, for Red Bull Theater, off Broadway with Mary Testa and Michael McGraw, Tony Award winner. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. Other news, Brian Stokes Mitchell, Tony Award winner.
Who was sitting right here next to me. Do you remember that? That was kind of exciting. Stokes was right here, but now he's not. It's okay. It's fine. Anyway, yes, what's he doing?
So he is doing a TV pilot called Perfect Citizen that coincidentally is also going to star Adrian Warren, with whom
Shuffle
he was
on co-star.
Shuffle.
Look at that, a Broadway
Can you believe
connection.
it? I love it.
Love
So
it.
Noah Wiley.
I'm gonna watch
is
that.
in as well. Yeah, totally
Sounds
excited
good.
about
It's like a law thing.
It's a law.
Former General
series.
Counsel for the National Security Aid. Oh, I'm watching it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Whatever.
I'm
It
in.
sounds
I'm
good.
in.
Yeah.
And lastly, Cheetah Rivera,
heard of
Broadway legend.
Yes.
Yeah, we love her. She's being given a Woman of Valor award.
Woman of Valor.
Woman of Valor. I mean,
don't
we
know what that
already
means.
we kind
She
of
gonna
knew
come in
that
on a
she
white
was a
horse?
I thought that would be
That's
amazing. Victory Dance Project is giving her this award on June 15th. And the award honors a woman who has demonstrated artistic excellence, advocacy, and legacy. It sounds like Cheetah.
I can kick high.
Yeah, and can kick high.
I think that they forgot to add that.
They
We
sure
should-
did.
We should write to them.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet, guys.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Lefkowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Petersen is here from School of Rock. Thank you, Andy. See you soon.
You bet.
Eric, come on in. Eric Petersen.
Oh, look at that, the round of applause.
Well,
Hello.
yes. Hi, Eric.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for coming in. This is a very important day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
School of Rock is so much fun. If you haven't seen School of Rock, you need to go see School of Rock. That's my commercial. I love this show.
Thank you.
How's it going?
It's going really great. It's a lot of fun.
The reason why I said it was important is because tomorrow is the birthday of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It is.
And Stephen Sondheim. They share a birthday. I'm sure you all know that.
Coincidental.
It's
yeah.
coincidental. They're not the same age. ALW is a little younger. So what'd you get him?
Well, we sang him a happy birthday message.
Oh, that's nice.
We got the cast of all 4 of his shows that are on
4
Broadway
shows
right
running.
now.
Amazing.
And we sang him a little birthday message.
I bet that sounded
So
good.
we'll be sending that to him tomorrow.
In case you're watching, Lord Lloyd Webber, I didn't mean to ruin your surprise. I'm sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I hope I didn't ruin it. I hear he tunes in every
does.
single day
Yeah.
for Live at 5.
Yeah.
You have to.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, Andy. Anyway.
The Lord.
The
That's
Lord.
what we call
Do
it.
you call
the
him
Lord,
that?
Yes. The
He is a
Lord is
Lord.
in the building.
He's in the House of Lords. He's
Yeah.
also a Sir.
He is, yeah. Sir
Yes.
Andrew Lord. Lord. That's hard to say.
It's very hard to say.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So, how's the show?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's very tiring.
You're basically on stage almost the whole time.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, there's a few quick changes that I do off stage.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on stage most of the time. It's a lot of running around, a lot of jumping off of desks, picking up children, playing guitar.
So, how is it working with all those kids? And it's such a talented group of kids.
Yeah, they really are great. You know, we get asked that question a lot, and I gotta say, it's great. It really is great. Like, I'm not just saying that. What's cool about the kids that are in our show is that they really, some of them, I mean, they're all extremely talented.
Yeah.
But some of them are like legit genius level prodigies
Musicians,
at their instruments.
They're really playing their
So,
own instruments.
yes, and they could be kind of cooler than everybody else. They could kind of
Oh, I
be a
see.
rock star. They could, because they have the talent to back it up.
True.
But they don't. They all, to a T, every single one of them are very cool. They also the way that our kids are directed, as opposed to some other shows, and every show has its own methodology. but our kids are really encouraged to be kids and to change it up and to follow instincts
Jump
and follow
around.
impulses and so it's not necessarily where they're directed within an inch of their life of like you're going to go to this spot and then say like they really
They're not overmanaged.
no, and that's I think really cool and I think they like that, so it helps them just feel like regular kids. So yeah, I love working
I have
with
an
them.
important question.
Yes.
Did you have this rock star hair before? You rock? Because you've got a rock star vibe.
Thank
you should
you.
see how he's tailored right now, like the tight jeans. I'm just saying.
I try. I did have this hair. This has sort of always been my hair. It's always been big and
Big and beautiful.
Big and beautiful. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah.
By the way, this is hard-hitting journalism.
It is.
These are the serious questions.
I feel like it's This is. I'm going to expose some deep truths here.
You are, and I'll tell you why. Because the
Yes.
fans are asking questions.
Okay, what do they
you
got?
ready?
Yes.
Lukia, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, says, did you have any tricks for when you have to perform, but you had a bad day?
That's a great question.
It's a really good question.
I think that in regards to tricks, let me see if I have any tricks, but that's sort of your job as a professional actor is to leave your day at the door when you come in. I mean, my thing is I find acting as a sort of escape, and so whether my day is good or bad, I look forward to that trip through the story
And this
each
is
day.
such a fun show.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's great for me because I mean, anytime you can play a character that starts in one place and ends at a different place and has a real catharsis and gets to change and have a nice
rock star
romantic
in
moment
between.
and be a rock star and have like a
And
kind of
comedy.
touching moment with kids. I mean, it's great. So I even if
It's like you check off every feel-good thing.
yeah. And if my day is bad, I look forward to going to the show. So yeah.
That's good. That's good.
What else they got?
What else you got? Well, someone asked, George asks, which do you prefer, Shrek or School of Rock? Actually, he wrote SOR because he's cool.
Sure, yeah,
He meant
he's
School of
in
Rock.
the know.
He's in the know.
I love both of those shows. They're two like major shows in my life. I mean, obviously, I love School of Rock because I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
They both were very challenging roles. I mean, Shrek was physically harder,
Yeah.
whereas School of Rock is vocally harder.
That makes
Like
sense.
Shrek, I had a 50-pound fat suit, and I sat
You have to get
in
the makeup for
makeup for 2 hours before the show and an hour after the show. So that was like physically really demanding, but also super fun.
Mm-hmm. And both family-friendly shows.
Both family friendly, and I have a family. I have 2 little kids, so it's
So
great.
how old are your kids?
My daughter Sophia is 6.
Hi, Sophia.
She might be watching.
She's in
Yes,
first grade.
she is in first grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then my son Miles just turned 2 in January.
Oh, baby!
Yeah.
Did they come see the show? Well, did Sophia come see the show?
Sophia has seen the show 3 times, I think, and she loves it. I mean, I'll see her in the audience, and she'll stand on her chair at the end of the show during the rock concert, and she'll be like,
That's what you want to see from a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
I
totally.
mean, I have to confess, I brought my children who are 9 and 6. That's why I knew it was first grade.
Sure.
And they'd never been to a rock concert, so this was their rock concert.
and now do they love rock and roll?
Yeah. Well, now they
Okay.
love to listen to School of Rock
Sure,
as much as
sure,
possible.
sure.
You know,
That's good.
as you do.
Sure.
As you do. Peyton asks, what is the best advice you've ever been given? Not the best advice you have for other people.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
that was given to you.
Oh, that's such a good question, and I wish I had a good answer.
Well, we could just give some hair advice because it's amazing.
Hair
it
advice.
defies gravity.
Well, yeah, the best hair advice. Somebody told me about crew forming cream, and that's what I use. I don't know.
But if you have like actual advice, you could offer that.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to get you off the
Yes.
hook there.
I'm trying to think the best advice. I mean, I give this advice, but I'm sure somebody told it to me along the way. I mean, probably my parents in some capacity, of just like being nice to people is actually goes a really long way. I grew up in the Midwest, so I mean, I really am.
Right, you're from Illinois.
I'm from Illinois, suburbs of Chicago. And so, I mean, I've always found that if you show up on time, are prepared, and are nice, good things will happen.
That sounds good.
It's not that
Kindness
hard
counts.
to do. It really does.
It does.
You
It
think that
absolutely
you
does.
think that it's old fashioned, but people appreciate it.
They do.
They do.
I always remember when someone's kind. So this is a good question. It goes with the other thing that you just
Sure.
said. Nicole says, what do you do for vocal maintenance? Dewey can be screaming at some points in the show.
Yes.
So how do you not fry the vocal cords?
Yeah. So part of it's all maintenance. It's like, as opposed to other shows where you can sort of get to the theater, warm up, do your show, and then you live your life. I'm kind of thinking about, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about the show all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't stay up super late. I can't get up really early. I got to get my 8 hours of sleep. I can't drink alcohol really ever. Occasionally, I have to be careful about what I eat, how much water I drink. I steam throughout the day. During the show, I get to the theater about an hour and a half before the show. I do about a 45-minute warm-up vocally, and then after the show, I do about a 20-minute cool-down where I'm steaming.
Like a vocal athlete.
I mean, it's like a real thing, and that's the challenge is not only are the songs really high and loud, but also the scenes, as she said, it's all screaming. It's all, not all, but a lot of it, I would say like 70% of it is shouting at the kids. And so one of the things
that's why it's cathartic.
Right, exactly. I did Elf the musical at Madison Square Garden last Christmas, and that show also had a lot of screaming and like Santa, all that kind of stuff. And I really I learned a lot from doing that and how much it can affect your chords. So I mean, one of the tricks that I do is when it can seem like I'm shouting at the kids and I'm just like bashing my chords together, I'm actually sort of singing my words, where it's not a song, it's just like a scene. And if you sort of are thinking of them as pitches, it just makes it a bit more like legato, and it's not quite as aggressively smashing on your chords, but it still feels forceful.
It's a serious thing.
It
feels like you're just running out there and screaming your face off and going home, but apparently not.
But not quite that yet. There's a bit more.
David says you have a great speaking voice, which you do.
Thank
and
you.
he wondered if you do any voice work as well.
I don't really. I've done one. I had one line in one Dr. Pepper commercial that aired.
Lay it on us.
It was for fantasy. It was at fantasy football, and I said, "Have you seen the waiter? Because you just got served." That was my line.
I love it.
It was pretty great.
How much do I owe you? I feel like I should write you a check.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. And David wants to know, would you tour? Will you tour with SOR? He's saying SOR. School of Rock.
I don't think I'll be touring with School of Rock because
Got two
I'll
kids.
hopefully still be on Broadway.
Stay on the Broadway.
Doing School of Rock. And yeah, I have 2 kids now. I've done big tours.
Sure, of
My
course.
daughter was actually born on the tour of Shrek the Musical. She was born 2 nights after opening night and spent the whole first year of her life on tour with me and my wife.
Did she react to you in costume?
It's funny. She, because she was at the theater within a week of being born and seeing me in full Shrek, and she was very she was never scared of it, but my wife Lisa and I weren't sure if she thought that I was like Uncle Shrek or if I was Daddy. Like, she was definitely comfortable with me,
That's
but
hilarious.
like, did she think I was a separate person? And there was this really cute moment where I used to, with her, as when I was just Daddy, I'd like poke her in the nose and go boop boop, and she'd poke me in the nose and go boop boop. And then one time, as I was Shrek, she went boop boop, and I was like, oh,
She knew.
She knew I'm Dad. It's really
That's
cute.
amazing.
Yeah, and one more story about that. She, when we were in Los Angeles at the end of the tour, so now she was about a year old, my wife brought her to the show, and we were in the travel song, and it was kind of like a quiet part, and from the back of the theater I heard, Daddy! Like screaming it was very, very cute. Yeah.
Kids are amazing.
Yeah.
So everyone, another question is from Lloyd. How is it working with Jen Gambatese?
She's the
I'm
best.
sure it sucks because she's so not fun.
She is
not
the best.
nice, not kind,
That's the thing,
not
and
talented.
not talented. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. I'd say that's the hardest part of the show, is like dealing with her ego and like trying to like prop her up. No,
Yeah.
I mean that
She's such a pro.
completely opposite. She is the best. We have had so much fun working together. She has 2 kids too, so we've sort of bonded on that parent level. And we love doing the show together. One of the things that we really like, and that I think that the 2 of us sort of found in the show, was that connection between Dewey and Rosalie. That, like, maybe not that it's a straight up love story, but that I always think that Dewey sees Rosalie the way that Jen plays it, as opposed to just being like really strict with the kids and trying to keep everybody in line. I think it's so charming that Jen kind of plays it like someone who's just trying to keep it together, right?
Just on the edge.
Yeah, and I think that Dewey sees that in her and is like, this chick is weird and awesome, and I want to unwrap that present, So I think that we've sort of explored that relationship, which is really fun. She's just the best.
Listen, if you like weird and awesome, you need to go see School of Rock. Do you want to say happy birthday to anyone before we sign off?
Happy birthday, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber. I said Lord.
Yeah, you messed it up.
Happy birthday, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And Steven Sondheim.
And Stephen Sondheim, my boy.
You guys go see School of Rock at the Winter Garden Theater.
That's right. Right
You'll
across
see
the
this
street.
amazingly talented dude, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.